All right, we are live everywhere. So happy new year. 2023 was the most challenging year for me and my career, and yet one of the most transformational years so far. And this morning, actually, like today, this morning, I really wanted to come in here and share with you my reflection for 2023, and it's going to be more personal. And by the way, all of my live streams that I normally host, they're normally pre-planned, well planned, well thought out, but this live stream is unplanned, and I am not going to be long before you, but something was percolating in my heart, and I decided to go live and offer you my reflection on my 2023, and not just my reflection on my 2023, because I want to provide value for you. I also would like to share with you one skill that helped me in 2023. Like I said, one of the most challenging years in my career so far. What helped me to make 2023 a transformational year? So, if you are curious, if you are curious, I invite you to reflect with me and what you're gonna learn from this live stream. You gonna learn one skill that really helped me to utilize 2023 and utilize the events that happened in 2023 in my advantage. And also something that to reflect on for you, how you can make your year 2024, like whenever you are feeling a challenge or whatever you're going through unforeseen circumstances, how to turn it into into your advantage. So what happened in 2023? So uh, in 2023, like around January, I had a thought that I would like to start my own business. I had my career in tech. I was a senior software engineer. I was a senior iOS developer. But in January, um, I was thinking about how do I utilize all of my experience, all of my gifts, all of my skill set to make a bigger difference in the world. And around January, I decided to I was thinking about how do I bring it to life, and I decided to start my own business, and I registered LLC. And by the way, if you think that like to start your business you need LLC or you need a website, like you really don't. This is not the first step starting your own business. You don't have to have LLC to start your own business. You have to have customers, and you have to have compelling offer that your customers will buy. Once you have customers, once you have paying clients, then you have a business. Then it's probably the time for you to think about, does it make sense to make it LLC or sole proprietor, like however legal form and status you're going to give to your business. But registering it an LLC, it is not starting your business. So just putting it out there. So I I decided to follow my passion. And like I didn't know, at the end of 2022, I was seeing that was something was happening in tech. So the money that were all allocated for uh in the pandemic, the health crisis that we had in the world, really, like it kind of started waning down, and the business model that we had since 2020 is not applicable anymore. The world is opening up, and the a lot of changes were happening. So I wasn't exact, and the reason I decided to start my business is not because I was afraid. I was expecting something happen to my career, or something happen in tech or anything like that. This is not the reason I started my business. I started my business because I decided to follow my passion, follow my heart, and learning the skill set that will require to actually deliver my services, deliver my message, deliver my passion. So 2023, like around so also, like, I live in Chicago at that time, but I made a decision to relocate back to Seattle. And I'm in Seattle right now. And this is what happened. Started my business, had a really successful career, like really liked the company, the startup that I was at a time. Like really one of the best places I ever worked. I truly enjoyed it. I truly loved it. But um, later on, we had a massive, massive layoff. And when I say massive layoff, majority of software engineers, front end engineers, mobile engineers, iOS and Android, were affected by a layoff. But also, there's something else, and that in my life, there's something else happened. When I started thinking about my business, I started following business coaches, people who run businesses online, who people who run similar businesses that I had in mind, to learn, because it is a skill set. It is a skill set. And um, by the time my layoff happened, by the time my corporate career, like, I don't want to say come to an end, but like by the time I got affected by a layoff, I already had my business. I already had a client, and it was the scariest moment in my life. This scariest moment in my life. And this is like I was telling you that I'm going to talk about the number one skill that you need in 2023. So, and that skill that helped me to survive, not just survive, but thrive in 2023, that skill was making decisions fast. And this is something that I see in tech. This is something that I see in business. People people struggle with analysis paralysis. People are not able to make a decision fast. But this is pivotal. Like for me, it was pivotal, making fast decisions and pivot quickly if I have to. So I was let go of my job. I was released or affected by layoff. And I made a decision. I made a very fast decision that, you know what? What is bringing me money right now? I have to focus on the long game in the long run. So what numbers I'm seeing right now, uh do I like does it have to does it make sense to stop my business, what I'm doing, and going into job search mode and look for another job? Or rather, should I focus on building my business, building my foundation, because that was bringing me money. So I made a decision really fast, and I decided to commit to my business. So making decision fast and pivot quickly is the crucial skill that was required of me in 2023. So, and after that, because because of my executive presence, because of my online presence, I landed another job. I landed another contract that unexpectedly ended. Also, um, over like probably a couple of months later. So basically, in 2023, all of my fears that I had for my corporate career, and the fear was getting laid off and unexpected circumstances with the contract role, because like a contract is a little tricky. Like when you are a contractor, whether or not you are a contractor or not, they can let you go at any time. Like that is a given. But when you are a contractor, it's a little bit easier for them to stop the contract and terminate you. And that actually comes easy, well, like theoretically easy for the companies, because they don't have to pay like severance package or anything like that. So when that happened, that was a clear indication that I should keep focusing like on my business, what I'm doing. Again, making decisions fast, and also commitment. And what it helped me to do in 2023, make fast decisions and commitment, being committed to my decision. What it helped me is to actually scale my business. Well, I rather get my business up and running and actually generate substantial income with my business, instead of searching for a job, looking for a job, going through like many interviews, focusing on what brings me money right now, right here, right now, and making bigger impact on um, people's lives. So why I'm telling you that, why I decided to go like on like absolutely unplanned, absolutely unannounced, and just like go live on January 1st instead of like just resting and recharging, because this is something that I see in tech when I talk to a lot of people. People have people have a hard time making a decision. If you want to be successful in life, if you want to be successful in your career, you have to have commitment and you have to make a decision. You have to have commitment and you have to make a decision. Often, we have this fear of making a wrong move, fear of making a wrong decision. What is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real. Let me say it again. A fear is a false evidence appearing real. In other words, fear and is the thoughts in your head that might appear very reasonable and very real for you at a time, that will stop you from commitment and making the decision. But the reality is, when you are committed and when you are making decisions fast, you unlock the perspective and the possibilities, because every single decision that you make will bring you new perspectives, will bring you new opportunities, will open new doors for you. Whether it is a right decision in the road, like, in fact, you don't know if the decision that you are making is the right one or wrong one, because until you take a step, you won't know. And another component to it is your commitment. Because when you are not committed to yourself, when you are not committed to your success, then no matter what decision you are making, like, it won't be sustainable. Even if you like, because listen, in 2023, I also made wrong decisions. But what helped me to pivot quickly and find the right path is my commitment. Because when I made a decision that was not quite right for me, and I got the data that would show me that that decision, that move was not the right move, was not the strong move. Then, because I was committed to my success, because I was committed moving forward, I just simply kept going. And I made another decision and another decision and another decision. And the whole thing going full time on my business, following my passion, following my calling, it is a commitment and decision. Did I have fear? Yes. But the decision and commitment trump my fear. So, also, my invitation for you for 2024 is be decisive. Be decisive. Don't let fear stop you from making a decision. Because if your decision to do something or not to do something based on fear, on fake, false evidence appearing real, you will never make a decision or you will never make a right decision, the decision that is good for you. When you are making a decision, when you're making a commitment, it should come from inner alignment and inner commitment because those components will help you to get your success and to keep you going. And also, why I'm talking about fear, because my fear was losing a job or like getting a layoff. Because until it happened, I thought that if I would get laid off, if I lose my job without securing another job, then my financial stability will be severely jeopardized. And I would face very unfortunate circumstances. False evidence appearing real. In reality, though, when I had commitment and when I made my decision, I was able to substitute my income in corporate with my business, following my passion, being committed, getting the right coaching, getting the right education, and acquiring the right skills that I need to. So, and that like again, fake evidence appearing real, that was not real because I'm still here. And I'm incredibly fortunate that I haven't even applied for unemployment because I have my business. Because I was like, well, I don't even know if it makes sense right now because I'm bringing money. And, with business, like business is not about security or a balance. Business is about like rolling with the punches and moving forward. So, a lot of y'all might be thinking about making a decision in 2024. And my invitation for you is to make the decision, to make the decision, to move forward. Because the worst thing that can happen to you is you never make the decision because the people fail not because they're making a wrong decision. People fail because they never try. People fail because they never commit. Like even like with even with coaching programs, because like 2023, I made a commitment. Overall I spent about like $20,000 on coaching. Yeah, like getting laid off and running my business and investing in my education. Like it's a lot of commitment, but also like sustain like comfortable level of living where I can pay my expenses, I can pay my rent, I can pay my business expenses, and so on and so forth. But what it taught me that even if like, because At the beginning, I didn't know what to choose, even if I would choose not exactly the right fit at the season I was in. That decision made me closer and gave me enough data what I really need and where I need to go. And also making those decisions and being committed to myself allowed me to actually build my pathways that I can share with other people. So that's my reflection for 2023. Be committed to yourself and be bold to make a decision. Because I promise you, if a fear of uncertainty, a fear of like anything, do, don't let your fear to stop you from making a decision. Don't let your fear to stop you from making a decision. Because once you make a decision and once you commit it, new doors will open to you. New opportunities will open to you indeed. So for 2024, what I have in flight for 2024. For 2024, I definitely going to continue with my coaching program for software developers because in 2023, again, because of my decision and my commitment, I've seen like because when I started my coaching program, because I mentored software developers before, like before I started my business. I was mentoring my coworkers, I was mentoring people in my community, like I was mentoring people. But in 2023, I actually was very strategic about it. But um, because of my commitment, what I've seen so far with my program that people are able to and feel empowered and and have the right tools to make strong career moves. Zove, she landed a leadership position, a lead mobile engineer. From she was affected by layoff before she came to my program, and down and after completing my program, she was not just and she wasn't able to just to land a job, any job. She was able to secure a leadership position. And this is the evidence. This is the real evidence for me that this is working. Um, Becky was able to land a job like after 2 weeks, like due to her networking and her personal skills and knowing the right people and utilizing like after getting the right coaching, after getting the right because this is where we start. Like fix your marketing materials and start networking with people and start building upon that. Jennifer was able to bounce back from layoff, and not just bounce back from layoff, also like pivot as she was looking for the right opportunities that is right for her. So definitely going to continue in 2024. Definitely a coaching program for software developers, for iOS developers. It stays and here to stay. I see really great result. I see really great impact. Also, at the end, closer to the end of 2023, I started a pilot program, 101 pilot program for new entrepreneurs, service-based entrepreneurs. And what I mean by service-based entrepreneurs, freelancers, consultant, coaches, mentors who would like to launch their high value program. And what do I mean by high value or high ticket program is when you with your service with your business with your service you solve a highly sophisticated problem or a problem at the higher sophistication level and deliver a highly sophisticated result, and that entitles you, that gives you the right to charge higher price for your services because you are solving more complex problem. because you go beyond the fundamentals, you go beyond the foundation. So for example, my career coaching program, like, it goes beyond the fundamentals. It goes way beyond just resume and LinkedIn. Like, do you have to have resume and LinkedIn? Yes, but to be an expert in your industry, to land a leadership role in your industry, to get promotion, to get to the next step, you have to have way more than that. So, and this is the pilot program for um, new entrepreneurs or people who have a business idea, like whether or not they want to scale their coaching program or their service based business or freelance business. This is something that, like, I'm helping entrepreneurs with. And um, so it the doors are open. Like, definitely ask, if you're interested in that. You can send me a DM, whether you or not you're interested in a career coaching program, in the program for software developers, or in the pilot program. Just let me know. So, like, this is what is in flight for 2024, essentially. So, yeah, like, this is all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what questions or what thoughts you have. And I'm also curious, how was your 2023? How was how what reflection you might have for 2023? And I understand this streaming is absolutely unplanned. So, but I still encourage you to network. I still encourage you to comment. So, like, let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you have thoughts. All right. So Thomas, if this is your first time freelancing for a client, how much would you charge? And okay, how many, like, hourly fee? Okay, like, Thomas, this is really excellent question. This is a real, like, the price for your freelancing program is really great. So, there are different pricing models. So, one pricing model for your freelance service, you can charge per hour, and at this point, you exchanging your time for the money. In my opinion, it is not the most robust pricing model. Yeah, as an iOS developer, yeah, I see. I see. I got it. Like, you can charge per hour, but it's not the most robust way to charge your client. If I was to start my freelance services, and I would, first of all, I would call myself a consultant, even though you are delivering a software to a company. Like, I would call myself, like, but I would position myself as a consultant, and instead of delivering product hourly, I would charge for a piece of work for the product that I'm delivering. Again, this comes with I want to clarify that if you're a freelancer, like, and they hire you as an independent contractor, and their pricing model, they pay you per hour. So at that point, you're just a contractor. So you may not be able to charge your client per project. However, when you're lending clients on a more individual basis, and let's say you are able to work with small businesses, you have a lot more flexibility, and you can deliver your services per project, per service that you deliver. So your freelancing or your consulting services, you have to have a clear promise what you deliver to your customer, because this is another thing, and this is what I'm working with my business clients. When software developers decide to go into entrepreneurial route, We have really hard time switching from I'm an iOS developer, I'm writing code versus what problem I'm solving with my skills. What like Thomas, I have a question for you. What problem you are solving for your customers? What solutions you provide, what problems your solutions that you provide to your customer solving for your customer. And it goes beyond Swift UI, UI kit, iOS, whatever. Because at this point, the vehicle of transformation for your clients, for your freelance clients, it really doesn't matter. Because like you are the subject matter expert, you know best how to solve the problem that they have. So you can charge per hour, you can charge per project, you can do combination of prices. You can charge per hour, and you can charge per project. Let's say MVP project will take whatever, like 100 hours, and you charge X amount of money per hour. But you are required to commit to 100 hours because this is how you deliver the result. So like I'm really glad that thank you for your question. Like this is actually a question. And by the way, a question, how much you like charge for my services. Like in my program, I don't charge people per hour. I don't do individual sessions. It's super rare when I offer a session, like just like one-off session. Like normally you have the whole shebang, you have the whole program. Like you buy business coaching program, you buy career coaching or like coaching program for software developers. And sometimes when like for my tech entrepreneurs, when they buy business coaching program, they have a bonus program for career coaching program as a bonus, like already included, like the same price, so you get two for one. But like again, I don't charge per hour, I charge per product. So like I hope it makes sense. LinkedIn user, hello, what's up, Eugene? What's up? What's up? Thank you for coming to my live stream. Any other questions? Any other questions? Yeah, thank you so much for this question because I can talk about it. Like, hope I'm not too late. No, you are not too late. You're not too late. What questions do you have for me? So we were talking about, like, I was talking about my reflection for 2023, because like a lot of things happened. Like I got laid off like pretty much twice. I started my business, and I was talking about that the most important skill for 2024 is to make a decision fast, to make a decision fast. Let your fears go and make the decision fast. And what the fear is, the false evidence appearing real. So, ability to make fast decisions and ability to commit to yourself and commit to your decision, that will drive your success. Because if I didn't have commitment, listen, I would have a really, really hard time. And by the way, if I didn't mention, I got laid off 2 days before I was supposed to move to Seattle. And I still moved to Seattle like after those 2 days. I had to make adjustments. I have to like again, making fast decisions because when I had my corporate job, I had my corporate job, I had my business, I had my corporate job, and of course I can afford U-Haul. Of course I can afford movers because like I know where my next paycheck is coming from. But hey, like again, gotta make fast decisions, load everything that I could in my car, and surprisingly I was able to fit more than I could possibly imagine in my car. So like that was a pleasant surprise. So now if I move again, I'm probably just gonna utilize my car because like apparently this baby can fit a lot more than I can imagine. So, but like, yeah, what questions you have, what thoughts you have, any reflections for 2020? Three, any goals that you have in 2024, I would like you to share with me in the comments because we're having really, really great discussion. And by the way, this live streaming that is absolutely unplanned. Like I just something was percolating in my heart. I was like, you know what? Like that really speaks to me right now. And that like really this is why 2023 was the most intense, the most challenging, the most scary year in my career, but also the most transformational one. I learned so much about myself as a person, about myself as an entrepreneur, about myself as a professional. But like I totally changed the definition of success for myself, because a success for myself is no longer in having 9 to 5, because like I can have 9 to 5 and not be as successful. I may not have 9 to 5 and run my business and make bigger impact on other people's lives, make bigger difference in the world, and still do quite well, and still do quite well. So, any other questions? So, any everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're joining late, if you're joining at the end, the replay is available on my YouTube channel. The replay will be available on the LinkedIn as well. So definitely, uh, we have one more question. What is the best way to prepare for a West interview? Lead code, app building, and what are must know topics of Swift UI over Swift UI developer? Great questions. Listen, Thomas, I like your questions today. Like, awesome. So, what is the best way to prepare for iOS developer interviews? Um, Based on data that I have from my clients and from myself as an iOS developer, the best way to prepare for the interviews for iOS developer is like definitely you should know the fundamentals, Swift fundamentals. You don't have to spend a lot of time on leak code, but if you don't know basic data structures, and when I say basic data structures, is how to use stack, how to use queue, uh, how you could possibly represent linked lists in Swift, what is tree in Swift, like basic data structures, like basic computer science fundamentals. So you have to get that in order first as you are building your skill set as an iOS developer. But the emphasis is on domain specific, iOS specific questions. So when it comes to Swift UI developer, uh, learn as much as possible about Swift UI architecture. What goes into Swift UI? And like what goes into Swift UI beyond the surface, because Swift UI is a very fast way to build your app. It's very fast, but how do you combine Swift UI and UI kit? How do you combine Swift UI with UI kit navigation? There is a way. So at my previous project, we actually had to do that. And like there are actually a couple of ways to do that. So you can utilize Google all good view controllers, but like UI kit view controllers, but you can push and pop those view controllers with UI kit navigation, because if you have navigation in Swift UI and if you have navigation in UI kit, those two systems they don't combine well. Like they don't combine well. So so fundamentals, Swift UI, like Swift UI beyond the surface, um, yeah, stuff like that, and pay attention to details too, because a lot of there are many companies that will send you like take home assignment, and um, for take home assignments, really read what they're asking. And when you build your product, a lot of developers they fail their take home assignment not because they write a bad code, just because they don't pay attention to the requirements. And the same true for a real job, because when I was working as a senior iOS developer, I would misread the ticket, or I would I would just miss certain details from the ticket, and not just and it's just not me, other developers also prone to do that. So like pay attention to details. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So I hope you have a very successful 2024. The doors for my coaching programs, two of them, are wide open. So if you're considering a coaching program for as a software developer, like to become an industry expert, to become an industry leader, to be the go-to expert, my invitation for you is open. Just send me a DM. And I will drop a link for this event in on LinkedIn and on YouTube, so you can fill out the application if you're interested. If you're interested in the coaching program for service-based entrepreneurs who would like to land their high-ticket offer service, high-value offer service, also send me a DM. It's a pilot program, and if you are a software developer, if you are a tech professional, you're also gonna have a bonus. My career coaching program will be open for you as well. So you basically get 2 for 1. So thank you so much for joining me today. Amazing live stream. So I probably should do more unplanned live streams. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you everyone who joined today. Where I can view prices for this? Excellent question. Excellent question. So send me a DM, and let's talk about. I would like, first of all, I would like to get to know you better, and I would like to have a conversation if it is a good fit for you, and I can send you all of the details about programs over DM, or we can schedule a mini coaching session and talk about your goals, your perspectives, and I definitely can reveal the prices for that as well. So just shoot me a DM, and I'm also gonna get connected with you by DM as well anytime. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right, I will talk to you later, and have a happy 2024. Bye, y'all.